session, and Veloce has already set a very quick lap time in the beginning of the session. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys.
Well, it looks like we are in the Q3 session. A little bit of glitch with the lobby and all that sort of thing. So, viewers, like Noah said, thank you so much for your patience. We are back, though, with the session here today. So, Q3's just started, basically. We're in 6 minutes and 26 6 minutes and 22 seconds remaining of qualifying. At the moment, Veloce has set the fastest lap of the race, a 142 or 141.237. That's almost into the 140s. I've never commentated on a race that we've seen a driver go into the 140s. Do you think it's possible, Noah, we could see Veloce or some other drivers going into the 140s?
Yeah, I do believe Veloce does have the capability to do that. He's a very quick driver overall, as Tasmanian Devil could be doing that as well as Tom Brooks. So there are multiple drivers out there, as Taz is cutting the corners and mowing the lawn, quite frankly. But we should be able to see a 140. This matters if the drivers are going to be able to hold it through the whole lap, because this is one of the longest laps on the circuit, on this calendar.
Yeah, you are correct. This is one of the longest circuits on the calendar, I do believe, and yeah, I think the drivers will be having maybe some issues with just having the lap being so long. I usually don't have that many issues. I just kind of take one corner at a time. I think all of these guys will have some fun out there here today in the race. We do have 5 minutes left of qualifying, and I can confirm, I don't know this from Taz himself. I haven't spoken to Taz, but what I think Taz is doing, why he's going kind of slowly at the moment, is because he's trying to save his tires as much as possible to go for the quickest lap possible. Now, this is a very interesting strategy, and this is actually the best strategy you can go for when it comes for setting the quickest lap out there. Stay in very high gears and kind of go slowly, like what Taz is doing right now. Make sure those tires just don't get too don't degrade too fast. He's got to speed up though a little bit, I think, and I think he will do that in just a second because there's a Red Bull coming, but he's got a lot of time, and then he's going to start. Oh, he's coming in the pit lane.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Taz. We do have Danny Rick on a hot lap. Can Danny Rick possibly get back into that top two?
Taz has been teleported over onto the other side of the track. And now he's in pit limiter.
The lobby is definitely messed up.
Oh, and okay. I can't even go on Taz's name.
Yeah, yeah, this is quite eventful of a race weekend, I must say.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Taz is back in the session. But yeah, like you said, very eventful. A lot of stuff going on the sidelines of things. Very interesting.
Yeah, Tasmanian Devil. Hopefully he can get his network issue sorted out. But Daniel has invalidated on his flyer, as that is a shame to see from the Williams driver. He pulls back in. Jono, this is a good question. When you're doing this full qualifying, right, you don't want to use up all the tires, because what if there's a safety car, a late safety car, and you manage to put on a fresh set of softs and could possibly win the race? What do you think of tire usage?
You're absolutely correct on that, and a great question as well. It's something that I think a lot of drivers tend to forget, actually. Tire saving and tire usage, that's the right word, I guess. In my opinion, I like to, and this also depends on if you're a risk of being knocked out of qualifying. What I like to do in these full qualifying conditions, I usually go for a soft run, use one tire for my lap in Q1, one tire in Q2, and one tire in Q3. Q2, it depends if it's a medium or a soft. If it's a medium run, I usually save another soft and go 2 softs in Q3, so I have a max of using 3 softs the entire qualifying session, because then you have 1 soft remaining, because of course you have 4 softs, and that's only if you get take the tires.
Alright, that is correct. But as we were talking about that, Tom Rod Brooks, a 141.1, I do believe we'll see a 140 by the end of the session, as track evolution will start to kick in and these guys will start their the final flying laps as everybody is outside of the pit lane, as Chaz will be the first to set his final flying lap, rounding, just entering the last sector here. This should be interesting.
And Veloce just spun at turn 9, that was. Sorry to interrupt what you were saying there, but yeah, the McLaren driver just spun. That may have just ruined his tires, because now he's going to be struggling. So this may give a chance for Tom to take pole, or possibly Taz. Veloce might not get pole here. This is really going down to the final parts of qualifying here. But yeah, like you said, all the drivers are on track. This is going to be an insane qualifying session. And like you said, I'm expecting a 140 as well at the end of qualifying.
That is correct, and I believe Chaz has backed off his lap, but he's followed by Tasmanian Devil just starting his lap, going up into Radion. What can Taz do? Takes not too much curb, but does a nice exit onto Radion, onto the Camel Straight, hits the DRS detection point. I do believe he can get up to 27 miles per hour.
Yeah, do you believe he did?
Is he on a hot lap or a out lap? Because it just says he's on an out lap for me right now.
It says it for me as well. I do believe he's on a fast lap though, because he just crossed the line and he's absolutely flying at this moment. So he's going through, oh, mistake in turn 11, a little bit wide, but that's okay. I think he continues. Tom has just retired from the session. Chaz and Taz are on, that's an interesting names real quick, because they were both. Anyway, moving on. Chaz Verstappen in the Red Bull, 3rd place at this moment. Taz, 9th, and has not set a lap yet. Both are looking to set the benchmark lap times here. Where will they go? Chaz at the moment, he is the first to cross the line. We'll see how that works out, but I'm riding war with Tasmanian Devil right now, and he is on fire at this moment. He hasn't set any purple sectors as I know at this moment, but he could still end up on pole, and that final sector is still yet to claim. So let's see. Oh, it's Chaz Verstappen is he's bailed out of that one. Taz is going to come across the line though. He comes across. He stays P9. Why has he done that? I'm not sure how that happened, but there must be a glitch, because it doesn't say he set a lap time either. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, is that oh, hold on one second. Daniel has just retired from the session.
Oh no. Can we ride on board and see what has happened? Oh, that was very close for Veloce.
And Adams is going to come across the line now. He says P6 does not improve on that lap time. What about Jose in the Haas car? Just Jose X in the Haas, of course, is just going to come across the line now. Where's his lap going to get him? I think he's going to stay. Oh, he goes P8. He goes P8. And does not, of course, he sets a lap time, but I don't believe that's the quickest lap we've seen from him in today's session. It's Taz, and I don't know how he just went 3rd. I think that was really delayed.
This is Veloce. This is Veloce's 140 maybe. Yes, he does the 140.9.
Oh my goodness, it's done. 40s, we're into the 140s now. Wow, that is insane.
That is very nice lap from Veloce. As Q3 standings as they are now is Veloce, Tom Rod Brooks, Tasmanian Devil, Young Verstappen 8000 RPM, Johnny R 95, Adam Banco, Toss My Salad, Just Jose, and Daniel Rick.
What an insane qualifying we've just witnessed here today. I cannot believe we have now just seen a 140.921. That has got to be the quickest lap I have seen in league racing. That is just incredible. Veloce takes pole in UNF1's Tier 1 race. Tom Rod Brooks takes home P2 with a 141.1. And then Tasmanian Devil rounds off the top 3 with a 141.779. Now, you ran through the grid. We have a very tight top 10. What are you expecting from our drivers here today? The qualifying session is over. Now we go into the real competition, the race.
This is going to be interesting to see. as one of the drivers that I expected to be in this Q3 session is not in there, Cliffy. As we know, Cliffy likes to pull out last minute, but maybe he did not get out in time to set his lap, so maybe that's why he's all the way down there. But he will be starting on fresh tires, unlike this top 10 we have here. This will be a very interesting race to see, as the top 3 are not separated by much. Neither is Verstappen far off the pace, so we could possibly see a 5-way battle.
We really could. It's just all down to seeing who is going to come out on top here today in this qualifying session. It's going to be really, really tight at the top of the table. So excited to get underway here today at Q3, and that's something I want to talk about. Is there a glitch again? I hope there's not, because we're kind of, this is a long Q3 session. Looks like, there we go, the timers. Yep. There we go. Timer is finally here. A little bit of a long timer. Not sure why it was like that. I think I'm getting glitches throughout, so apologies for everyone for not accurate data on my end. But anyway, we continue on. It looks like the race is underway.
It's correct. Now, who is your prediction for the race winner right now, as you've just seen this Q3 session come to an end?
Oh, that's a big ask, I gotta say. I gotta say, there's a lot of quick drivers out there. What I have seen on track is, I got to say, Veloce P1, he's been absolutely on fire in qualifying. Gotta say, he's gotta go for P1. And then I gotta say, Taz for P2, Tasmanian Devil 79 in the Mercedes car. I think he will take P2, and then I think Tom will take P3. I think it could be anyone, though. It really could be. I can't give a definite prediction. I don't think anyone can. That's why it's called a prediction. Anyway, though, yeah, I don't think we will know until the flag drops at the finishing line. It's going to be a mad, insane, phenomenal, absolutely incredible, amazing race to watch. Can't wait for it. Let's get underway and see how this works out.
Yes, this will be interesting to see, as we have a long black screen here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the lobby hasn't crashed.
I hope it has not either.
I don't know what's up with Codemaster servers today. They're kind of shaky.
Yeah, gotta agree with you on that one. Not sure what's going on with this server.
Lobby restart.
Okay.
Lobby restart. Okay, thank you for letting us know. So we will be doing a lobby restart. Not sure exactly what's going on with the Codemaster servers here today. It's just something really weird. But yeah, it's good that we're getting a lobby restart, because of course, looks like there's just too many glitches with the particular lobby that we do have. But it looks like we're gonna get underway with a fresh new lobby. So give us 1 second. Oh,
hold on,
there is.
It loaded, Fritch.
I do believe it did load. I'm not sure if we're still. Are we still doing a restart, or are we just gonna be?
Does it look good?
It looks good at this moment. Yeah, it looks like we are good. We should know in just a few seconds, because everyone's loading at this moment. Taking absolutely forever, though.
Yeah. This is kind of very weird. Taking such a long time to just do one thing. Mate.
Drivers are saying they're in, so.
Yes, the session is starting with the timer at the top.
Okay, so 19 seconds till the lobby, or the race begins, I do believe. Looks like we've had a little bit of issues with the session. It's just, I think we've said this many times, it's just the Codemaster sessions, what's been going on track. But it looks like we're going to get underway in just a few seconds now, and there we go. Well, it looks like we're going to get the formation underway, and we're going to start this race.
Yes, this is going to be as... I've noticed something about Tasmanian Devil. He may not put in the best qualifying lap, but his race pace is impeccable. You cannot beat him in a race pace. The only person that could mainly challenge him is probably Tom Brooks or Veloce. But you can't count out Verstappen. Verstappen is a very good driver indeed. We just hope, as I've seen with Verstappen does not, he finds bad luck sometimes. Like, he'll put in some great laps, and then like on a final lap, unlike the final lap of the race, he'll just lose concentration and go into the barrier. So this will be interesting to see what they do.
It will definitely be. I think we're just in for a very good race here today. Very excited to see how this works out with all our drivers on track. I think there's a few drivers, like you mentioned, that have the pace. Chad Staffen, as you mentioned, very quick driver, has had some bad luck in the past, but I think he really is going to take the fight to the top drivers. Now, something I quickly want to mention, Velace and Tom are both on medium tires. Let's see how this works out. And actually, speaking of those drivers, I'm going to start off with the rundown of the grid, if you guys don't mind, and we'll quickly get underway. But Velace takes pole position for the first time in the Belgian Grand Prix here today. He does a 140. Can't believe that is possible, but he has done it. He's got Tom Rod Brooks that starts alongside him on the first row of the grid. Looking down the rest of the grid, we got Tasmanian Devil alongside Chaz Verstappen in the Mercedes and Red Bull cars respectively. Red Bull doing a great job, and then we got McLaren, who's also done a great job. Velace's teammate 8000 has started off in P5 alongside Johnny in the Renault F1 team car. He starts 6th place. Then we got Adam and Toss My Salad alongside each other. Adam for his first race in UNF1, a great performance. Rookie at qualifying, I gotta say, starting 7th place alongside Toss My Salad. And then we got Just Jose alongside Daniel Rick in the Williams. And then we got, moving down the rest of the grid, we got Wavesy and Project Raw, who both retired, or both could not make Q3. And then Donsta, Berries, and then Bunta, Cliffy, Kraken, and F1MD, the two Ferraris starting at the back of the grid on those mediums.
I do believe we only have 7 drivers, yes, on the medium tire compounds, as maybe they are thinking that this mediums are not the way to, the soft runners are thinking the mediums are not the way to go. But we will see how this plays out, as we are just forming up now, waiting for those drivers at the back to line up, as hopefully they will give us a good camera angle here.
No, send me an invite, please.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh yeah, give me a second. Options.
Alright, so it looks like we're getting underway here today at UNF1, Tier 1, Belgian Grand Prix is underway. The 5 red lights are going to go out with Velace starting on pole. We are back for round 7 here today at the Belgian Grand Prix, the Circuit des Sports Francorchamps. We are here and the 5 red lights out are away. And there we go. It's go time here today at Belgium. Looks like a great start for Taz on those soft tires. Looking to challenge for P1. Great start for the Mercedes driver. Everyone got a pretty good start as we head down into turn 1. A little bit of good for the standings. That will sort itself out.
Taz takes the lead.
Taz does take the lead. Absolutely insane.
8,000 RPM following his teammate. Tom Rod looks looking for a move up on Radion, but Tom Rod is now going to try to pull alongside Velace, and they are wheel to wheel. Tom Rod pulls out the slipstream of Velace, using that overtake, trying to get past Velace. Velace looks on the inside, maybe on Tom. They make contact. They bang once, twice, and that is very aggressive from the McLaren driver. But Tom Rod looks all over the back, trying to make the move on Velace. Cannot make it down. Move, and he's in and locks up, does Tom Rod. But Wavesy up into 6th. I do not want to curse him, but he's doing very well at this moment, because starting down there in 13th and now up to 6th.
Goodness. Tom and Velace are side by side into Puan. That was absolutely insane. Tom got past. Velace struggling on the mediums there. 8,000 P4. Wavesy is now going to be P4 because the McLaren is AI in front of him. Not sure. Daniel Rick is down to is up to P6. Young Chaz Sappin has got a major issues. He may have left the session. He's down to P8, but the battle for P4 is absolutely insane. Wavesy versus Daniel and 1,000, and oh my goodness, they're going off the track and going 3 wide into this section here. This is absolutely insane racing. That's incredible. Oh, they've been forced off the track. There's the McLaren off. That's 8,000 and an Alfa Romeo, I do believe. Both of them make contact, and it looks like they're down to the positions. That Wavesy is now P5 now, as it looks like Just Jose is in the action. There's a little bit of contact as well. It looks like Johnny has also gotten involved as Tasmanian Devil just at the fastest lap of the race as he leads into turn 1 of lap 2. And by the way, major glitch with the standings, by the way. So viewers, sorry for that. It's just the Codemasters glitch. It will sort itself out in just a second, and then we'll get back to the normal standings here, and everyone will stop ghosting on track Not sure what's going on, but there is Just Jose, who is ghosted at the moment, trying to catch Wazy, who says he's in P1, but he's not P1. He believes that's for P... I have actually no idea what that's for. I think that's P5, maybe 4. I'm not particularly sure. That will go back into its normal positions now. But it looks like Taz still leads. Noah, what would you say about that start that we just had?
I do believe that was a very nice start there from Tasmanian Devil. Tom Brooks jumping Veloce, that was something to see. As Danny Rick looking for his second podium in this league. As we've seen Danny Rick catching Veloce, that is not a rare sight. I mean, that is a rare sight, sorry, but this will be amazing to see from the Williams driver if he can get past Veloce.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Project Raw trying to look for a move on the Haas driver of Cliffy. Project Raw tucked into the slipstream of Cliffy. What can Project Raw do as they're rounding onto the bus top chicane? Does Project Raw look down the inside maybe? Yes, no, and decides otherwise. But tucks back in for one more lap as we do have a battle up front between Toss My Saddle and Johnny. And they're wheel to wheel down the straightaway. Johnny, Toss My Saddle, nothing separating them, wheel to wheel into La Sauce. What can they do? Into corner 1, Toss My Saddle takes the lead temporarily. What, here comes Johnny, maybe wheel to wheel, going down to Rouge and Radion. Here we go. Johnny tucks back in for Rouge. Onto Radion now. What can Toss My Saddle do? Oh, Johnny getting very close to the back of that Alfa Romeo car, but cannot make any move done so far. Oh, Johnny pulls her round outside. Oh, Cliffy's getting in on this action too. Cliffy might get by, and Toss My Saddle in one straightaway has lost 2 places to the Renault and the Haas driver.
Oh, full course safety car as Dawn says out of the race.
That is a game changer. Now Tasmanian Devil will not be happy. Would have wanted to create a gap to pull away from the soft runners behind. But now his advantage is completely gone out the window because the safety car, which has been caused by Dunster, will not allow him to pull away from the field as he would have wanted to.
Yeah, Taz has lost that lead now, and he's going to have to make that all up when he restarts this pack. But yeah, it's all about getting that restart. It's going to be interesting. Safety car is now, I think, for me, I got to process what has just happened. There was so much action on track. Lots of stuff has just happened. Chaz Verstappen, not sure what's going on with him. He's down to 15th. He may need an invite, or I think he's actually back in the session now. But very interesting to see how this works out. I did want to mention that battle between Toss and Johnny while you were talking about they having a great battle up into a Rouge section, Kemmel Straight area. I was thinking these guys were teammates back in the first season of UNF1. As Taz
comes in the pits and that's Danny Rick as well. But Danny Rick is on the soft. So Tom Rod takes the lead of this race. Veloce, Wavesy, you know, Wavesy racing very well, starting outside the top 10, now in podium positions. Can he hold it? That is the question. But behind him you have Johnny, Toss My Salad, Project Raw making a good jump up the field, starting alongside with Wavesy, as they are doing fairly well, the pair.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of the Alfa Romeos was in contact with another McLaren. I believe it was 8000 back earlier on. And I can't remember, was that Toss My Salad or Wavesy? It doesn't really matter actually, because both of them have made their way back up to P3 and P5. Amazing recovery from both Alphas, and now they're P3 and P5.
That is correct. Veloce, we know he's not usually in second for the safety car restarts. Will that affect him big time? Because I have never seen Veloce start. Veloce is always leading the safety car restarts. You know what I mean? Like, can he stay behind someone and still manage to get a good jump on Wavesy behind?
I mean, Veloce's, he's of course a brilliant driver and all that sort of thing. But he started to struggle in those early laps in the Grand Prix, was being caught up by Daniel Rick. He was starting to catch up to Veloce. Could maybe Veloce have a little issue or something like that? It's possible, but what do you think?
That is correct. As I will the safety car be coming in this lap? I think it might still. One more oil will come in this lap. We will just know in a moment. As Tom Brooks would want to get this race on the way with and pull away from Veloce and Taz. But Taz all the way down in 10th will be held up by the rest of the drivers. That will greatly affect him, as Veloce wanting to get on with this. But you do have Wasey, who is very close on the back of that McLaren, as he gives him a little bit of space now.
I'm curious to see if the safety car's coming in. It's going to be very late if that's the question. Let's right on board with the Red Bull.
Oh, hold on, Adam in the wall. The Racing Point driver who started 7th, down in 17th now. On the hard tires.
What happened?
That is not good to see. As if I was Adam, I would take those hard tires off, man. You're gonna lose so much time to the soft runners. I mean, to the medium and soft runners. But have we lost? We've lost Bunta Racing. And I do believe 8,000 RPM is gone as well.
And Chaz Verstappen also pit in the race as well. He's coming in for a set, I'm assuming, of mediums, but he pit, but is not coming out on fresh tires. Okay, not sure how that happened.
He probably used all of his softs in the qualifying session, trying to get a good position. As we just we have an amazing view of all 17 cars on the Camel Straight, weaving, trying to get heat into those tires. As this will be an exciting safety car restart so early on in this race. This adds a little bit of spice to this race, we do believe. Veloce, did anyone on the field the car? I don't believe they did.
I don't believe they did. I think, actually, I'm not particularly sure. I don't really get that information from this. I think only the drivers get it, or their engineers, of course, give them the information. Maybe some people did. Maybe that's costing their race a little bit. Not exactly sure if that's the case. But I want to talk about a few things going on, particularly with tires and drivers. Johnny R on the softs, he might be quicker than the drivers in front of him because those softs are much more quicker than the mediums. That is something to talk about. And quickly, before we talk about that subject, I want to also mention Taz. Will he be able to close the field?
Safety car in this lap.
These guys. Safety car is in this lap. Interesting.
So we're gonna have a long way to go to that start finish straight away. If I'm Tom Rudd, I back up everyone. If you're gonna get a good jump, I would say back them up until the last chicane in the bus stop and then go. I do believe you get a decent jump. Well, that would be my opinion. What do you think is the best way to get a decent jump on the guys behind?
Well, when I lead a safety car, especially around Belgium, what I try and do is I try and fake the other driver to brake. Like I'm about to go, and then I kind of brake. Of course, not hitting the driver or anything like that, but just kind of making them kind of brake and then go immediately when that happens to kind of stall the driver. I think, or just catch them when they're maybe vulnerable. As Tom does go now, and you got a nice gap as well. Great start by him. Veloce also got a great start too, and I do believe the Alpha behind.
As we are green. But Cliffy's spun. Cliffy's at the back of the field now. I do believe this will take a little bit for the game to sort out itself.
Oh, and look at this. We got a major battle for P4 in the race, or P5 in the race. Toss My Salad versus Project Raw, and Kraken there, almost going 3 wide into sections of the track. It looks like everyone's going up a Rouge pretty nicely. Taz is trying to get past Barry's as much as possible. Barry's re-overtook him.
Three-way battle. Danny Rick trying to get on with this. As it is now, maybe 3 wide. Danny Rick, if he goes on the inside right there, it will cause a collision. Danny Rick makes the move past Taz. Can he try and make the move past the Racing Point? But Taz trying to fight it round the outside. Taz trying to wheel to wheel with Danny Rick. They've gone wheel to wheel through all the set of the corner so far. But Danny Rick, late braking, stays ahead of that Mercedes driver. As the 2 Ferraris have swapped places.
They have. yeah, major battling going on between the two Ferraris. Something else that we'll quickly mention is the track is all yellow. That means that a lot of people can't make overtakes. I think that's the reason why Taz may have been passed by Berries and why he cannot make the overtake. But some drivers are overtaking people. It may be a glitch on our end, but yeah, for me right now, there's yellow flag in all sectors.
Yes, that is my, as well. But toss my salad back on the hunt on Johnny R95. Here comes toss my salad, gaining on that Renault. Can he make the move through Belgium? No, but he will not be close enough. 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Can he send it up in? As he's gonna look to the inside maybe. Yes, Toss looks to the inside on the Renault. Wheel to wheel through the bus stop chicane. But Johnny breaks latest and stays ahead of the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, Toss kind of braked a little bit sooner there, I gotta say. Wanted to let Johnny stay ahead, and I think the reason why that is because he can't overtake. Oh, and there's major glitches with that Alfa Romeo as well, as I was running more with him. Anyway,
Taz,
though...
Taz gets bumped up the rear by Danny Rick and passes Danny Rick for 10th position and back ahead of the Williams driver.
Oh, as Taz gets a 5-second penalty. That's very... for ignoring yellow flag. What? That is insane. As we have a major battle for P9. Berries went super wide. These guys are going almost a 4-way fight for P9 in the Grand Prix. Berries is P11, has to back off. Just Jose backs off as well. But I gotta say, that yellow flag for Taz, that is absolutely insane. I can't believe that is still yellow flag. He probably should get that removed. I'm assuming he will get that removed. Yes, Johnny's out! Johnny's out! Johnny's out, he spun! Johnny is out of the race, he spun, and his car's in the middle of the track. That has to be a virtual or a full course safety car, because that Renault is out of the race, and Johnny retires from the Belgian Grand Prix.
Oh no, Johnny doing so well up there in P4. But now the two Alfa Romeos are 4th and 5th now. That is going to... But Swavesy catching Veloce.
Yeah, Veloce's got a problem or something like that because Wavesy's absolutely on fire and Veloce's not catching up to Tom. I don't run him more the Alpha. He's catching up dramatically to Veloce, and also the slipstream's absolutely insane through the Belgium sections of the track. But Veloce must have a problem with his, I don't know what, I have actually no idea. It looks like just power, honestly. Like, he's got no pace at all on power. I'm not sure what is going on with Veloce. There's been major glitches in the Grand Prix here today, including this one where you cannot overtake, but you are overtaking, but you get penalties randomly. It's a weird glitch, and it's really, really affecting these guys out there on track. But anyway, we continue on. Taz is trying to get past Vuddy in the Ferrari now, and look at that, Adam's got a 5-second too. These penalties are just coming in out of the nowhere. It's really hurting their Grand Prix, but look at this, Taz all over back of Vuddy. Can he make a move?
Here comes Taz down the camera straight, trying to look, maybe tucks into the slipstream, trying to make the move. Looks down the inside, maybe no, stays behind, goes very close to the rear end of that Ferrari car. But we are green here, thankfully, once again. And this is racing as the two Ferraris back to back. What you about to say, Broom? As Danny Rick spins it.
Yeah, Danny, I was just gonna say, Daniel has just spun the car in that Williams racing car. He is now down to P15. Really unfortunate result for the Williams, but he's back in the Grand Prix. But as you said, green flags finally, and a lot of these guys will be able to get underway, but those yellow flags, penalties that were given out to Taz and Adam should hopefully be removed due to the glitch on track. But anyway, we're back under racing here today, finally, with no glitches on track. Taz still all the back of Buddy. Can he make a move? When is he gonna make a move? That is the question.
Guys, question I know Taz closing up very nicely. Can Taz make the move into Belgium? Taz tucked into the slipstream, trying to make the move on the Ferrari. If you'd want to clear, I get to catch up to his teammate who's leading this train. Can Taz send it? Does Taz send it? No, Taz stays behind because he cannot risk damaging the car. But Taz wheel to wheel with Vuddy right now. Still wheel to wheel on the exit. Vuddy pushes him off and he gives him a 3-second time penalty. And no, just Jose looking down the inside, maybe. No, just Jose. Yes, just Jose sends it, but cannot make the move. And Taz with, I do believe that is 8 seconds. Yes, 8 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, Taz, I'm assuming we'll probably get both of those removed, actually. If it was my opinion, both of those were not his fault at all. I think he got kind of forced off the track there and got that 3-second penalty. Not his fault, but that's just my opinion. Oh, there comes Buddy once again to try and overtake Taz. Oh, a little bit of contact as well. I didn't see exactly what happened. I was right on board with Taz there. Taz is going to try and re-overtake Buddy. Nice little battle between P6 and P7. Is Taz going to send it? Not quite yet. Not enough space. Oh, but the Ferrari locks up and forces Taz to brake a little bit there, but both drivers are still fighting for P6, and here comes just Jose and Cliffy as well. Both Haas's are in the fight.
That is correct. The Ferrari and both Ferraris are. This is amazing to see. Look, 3rd and 4th is Alfa Romeo, 5th and 6th is Ferrari. Then after that is Taz. Then you have Haas back to back. Then Racing Point back to back.
Wow, I've just realized that too. How has that happened? The 2 Ferraris and the 2 Haas's, the 2
Taz in the slipstream of Woody into Bologna Mount maybe. Taz looking down the inside. No, sticks behind for one more corner. But here comes him. Here he comes into the bus stop chicane. Looking on the inside of the Ferrari. Wheel to wheel maybe. Brakes latest. Whoa, that's an amazing braking line by Tasmanian Devil. Oh, he gets one.
There's contact.
Oh, that was not. Woody should not have stuck his nose there.
I agree. Oh, and both Haas's get past
Both
as well. Just
Haas's
Jose and Cliffy.
Wheel to wheel into corner, into La Sauce. Can he make the move? Both Haas's go past the Ferrari. And Taz back past the Ferrari maybe. Yes, as Buddy will maybe getting that LLP for sticking his nose somewhere it did not belong. But he will be trying to regain his race. It's Tasmanian Devil, but the 2 Haas's wheel to wheel down the Camel straight. But Cliffy sails by and Taz may be looking on the move on Cliffy, and just Jose gets passed by. Oh, they make contact and Taz off the track once again. This is not Taz's race.
It really isn't. Yeah, Taz is struggling out there. I think a lot of incidents were not his fault, but that dive bomb, I don't think he should have gone for that dive bomb. Wasn't enough space there. Too far back, I gotta say. But I think he had to go for it to try and get past, back up to the top positions. But he did come out worse, unfortunately. But he's going to remain P8 and hopefully catch back up to this pack and re-overtake these guys.
What do you think Taz is thinking? Taz is probably driving with anger, trying to make quick work and trying not to sit behind too long, because he would want to get that clean air and start to catch the drivers up ahead. But he's being held up by the 2 Haas's and he made contact with a Ferrari. So he's probably agitated, annoyed, frustrated in the cockpit of that Mercedes car.
Well, I know Taz very well. Oh, hold on one second. Tom Brooks is into the pit lane from the race lead. Smart move by the Red Bull. Very interesting.
The Hards.
Hards. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's to be expected, actually. That would be because you can't go to the softs and you can't go to the mediums, so you have to go to the hards.
Veloce will win this if Veloce stretches out those softs. I mean mediums and puts on the softs at the end. That is my strategy right there. I would have done that tomorrow if it had not have rained. But while we're watching that, we have a 3-way battle between Tom Brooks, Bodie, and wheel to wheel, maybe up through a Rouge. They're not backing out. The 2 Ferraris, Tom Brooks has to top it, loses his back. But Tom almost goes into the barrier at the top of Radion. But Adam back up into the points. Adam looking for the move on the Alfa and the Ferrari, maybe tucks in, looks down the inside, doesn't decide otherwise. But this is an amazing battle to see, as Cliffy is on the rear end of Kraken now. Cliffy wanting to sail by, go catch the leaders of this race, tucked in behind. And we have is that Tom Brooks? No, that's Chestappen and Project Raw maybe making contact.
I think it may have been Toss and Project. They were going side by side through that section of the track. Looks like Project Raw got out worse from that. Unfortunate to see. Quick little thing to mention.
Tom Brooks on the inside of Adam. What a move by Tom Brooks on the late braking. Makes the move past the Alfa Romeo driver. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no worries. That was perfect for you to say that, as we had a great move by Tom to get back up into PA. Now trying to catch up for Buddy as well, as he's trying to make his way back up the field.
Look at the battle for third. It's a 3-way battle.
Oh,
no, it's now second.
That's an Alpha. Alpha stuffed in.
That is Wavesy. Spun. But here we go. Cliffy trying to overtake Kraken for second. Here we come down the main straightaway. Does Cliffy look down the inside? No he doesn't. But yes he does. Wheel to wheel and makes the move on Kraken.
Quick little thing to mention there. I do believe what happened to Wavesy is exactly what happened to me in the last Tier 2 race as Kraken's about to overtake Cliffy for P2. We'll come back to what I was saying in just a second as that Ferrari's going to go wheel to wheel. The Haas, here we go. Slipstream has come up and Kraken's back up to P2 from the back of the grid. Cliffy down to P3 and his teammate is just behind. But what quickly happened with Wavesy, he went a little bit too wide and there's a glitch right at that section. It's really weird and it just stops you and puts you in neutral in the middle of the track, resets you to track if you go a little bit too wide. It's a really weird glitch. I had it at a Tier 2 race last time out. It affected my result and unfortunately got me P5 in that race, unless I think I was going to get P3 or P4 in that race. But anyway, enough of that. Wavesy's back in the fight. Hopefully he can catch up to these guys. But the battle for P2 is absolutely insane. We do have Cliffy all over the back of Kraken. Is he always going to go for it? To the outside.
To the outside, late braking maybe. No, Kraken brakes latest. And Kraken parks the car beautifully in front of Cliffy. Cliffy, I told you about Cliffy. Cliffy is quite quick. Cliffy making work of those hards. As here we go, maybe into Belgium. Can Cliffy go past Kraken? Will it be wheel to wheel? Cliffy looking, Cliffy making, Cliffy trying to execute a move. Cliffy around the outside and Belgium maybe. No, sticks it behind the rubber, but as he will send it to the inside. As Kraken tries to defend, no, Cliffy stays behind one more.
Interesting.
If I do believe Cliffy does know that he has the Coca tires, but hold on, Tasmanian Devil on the back of this pair right now. This is trouble for Veloce.
Yeah, this is trouble for Veloce, who is going for that soft strategy here, and Tom is also all the back of these guys as well. He's got to get past Wavesy soon. But the battle for P2 is absolutely insane between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's an insane battle we're seeing on track. Veloce still extending his gap, but Taz, you gotta remember, he still has to pit in the Grand Prix unless he takes these tires really long. But here comes Cliffy.
Oh no, Kraken's moved twice there on the straightaway. That was a questionable maneuver.
Yeah, he weaved back and forth there, and he still stays ahead though. I think he's just trying to keep ahead of that Haas. He's looking for the podium from the back of the grid. Of course, his tires, he's still going to have to pit in the Grand Prix, where Cliffy probably does not have to pit in the Grand Prix. Or actually, he may have to pit in the Grand Prix.
Cliffy's stuck behind that. Does he send it? No, pull on. No, he doesn't. But he stays behind one more time. He sends it round the outside, Cliffy does. Wheel to wheel, and Cliffy will break latest and gain the position. Kraken doesn't fight it too hard because he knows if they both wreck, they both get nothing. But if he continues, if he concedes at the moment and continues at the rate he's going, he will get a podium.
Yeah, it was just Cliffy had to get past there. It was just inevitable. He had to get past. And Veloce does pit in the Grand Prix. Taz also all the back of Just Jose. Just Jose is probably going to try and make the move on Kraken, but Veloce finally into the pit lane. I'm going to ride on board with the race leader and see where he will come out.
He puts on the softs, as I said, but Cliffy takes the lead of the race. Yes, he does. Cliffy does not need to box again because he has already boxed and put on those hard tires. But now he needs to defend from Tasmanian Devil. Tasmanian Devil and Cliffy are on the same age-old tires. But at the end of the race, Cliffy will have that pace advantage as Tom Rodbrooks lurking behind, waiting to catch them. As we have Wavesy back up into P4, that is amazing recovery drive from the race, from that Alfa Romeo car. But here comes Adam and Woody wheel to wheel down the Camel straight. Adam sailing by Woody. Woody may be looking on the inside, but Woody knows that it would not have paid off.
Adam gets passed into P5 now for Racing Point. The Ferrari Woody stays behind. Very interesting there. The Alfa Romeo of I do believe that's Wizzy. I do believe in the Alfa Romeo. Can't see his name there, but he's in P4. By the way, Taz, I don't think he has to pit in the Grand Prix. I was mistaken there. I totally forgot how short the laps are, or how short a number of laps there are around here. But of course, this is a long lap, so we may see Taz pit at the very end, but I don't believe so.
We could see Taz go P4 because Veloce flying on those softs right now. Tom Brooks catching Tasmanian Devil. Cliffy leading away, pulling away on those hards. This is not what Taz wants to see. as Cliffy rocketing away like a space shuttle on those hard compound tires.
I mean, at this moment, Taz is probably the fastest driver out of these guys in the top 4. Due to the mediums that he is on, but eventually in about when those tires are about like 12 laps old, the hards probably will be faster tires when it comes down to it, but the mediums seem to be the fastest tire at the moment. As you can kind of see, Taz starting to close up, but the two drivers in between them, it's really hard to tell if Taz is faster because the two drivers are just putting on an absolutely phenomenal pace to keep up with Taz's mediums. By the way, as well, a lot of drivers that's pit. I do believe that's an Alpha, a Racing Point, and a Ferrari. So we'll see that battle continue a little bit further down the grid. At the top, Adam is P4. Wow, where did that come from?
I mean, Adam's putting in an amazing drive, amazing rookie drive here, but he will have Veloce hunting him down on those fresh softs. But I've just realized Tom is losing time to Taz right now, and Cliffy is pulling away from Taz, so we could possibly see Taz starting to lose time. 7 laps to go in this Grand Prix, and what can these drivers show?
I mean, at this moment, Taz is really on a level right now because he's closing up. You can tell that the thing with the mediums and the hards viewers is that the mediums are a lot more grippier through the corners, and of course, they are faster tires than the hards.
Danny Rick in the barrier. Loses the back end, manages to keep it, but might have wing damage. As we have a two-way battle here between Vody and Berries. Berries, a relatively quick driver on first softs, could possibly get up into the points, but we will see later on in this race.
I think these two will have a nice little battle for the points positions, as they'll probably catch the drivers ahead pretty quickly because they are on the soft tires. We'll have to wait and see, but we have a nice little battle for P1 in the Grand Prix. Oh, as Taz made some major mistakes there. That cost him quite a bit. He went too early, I do believe. As Veloce just sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on those soft tires. You gotta remember, he probably is the quickest driver on track at this moment, and he's catching the drivers ahead rapidly. So let's see how this works out. And you got to remember, Adam, a rookie driver ahead, and he is on the hard tires. So Veloce will probably catch him pretty quickly. So very interesting.
Tom Roebuck's closing 5/10 to Tasmanian Devil now. Tasmanian Devil, I don't know what he's thinking. Runs a little bit wide there, but Taz, come on Taz, head down.
Oh. Yellow flag sector 1, or that's a turn 1 at the sauce. Daniel Rick just spun again, may have wing damage from his early spin. As we have Berries versus Buddy. Nice little battle for P11 in the Grand Prix.
Wheel to wheel. Berries takes it. Oh, whoa, that was very close from the Ferrari driver behind. Oh, I have an amazing camera angle at this battle right here.
Yeah, we do have a nice little overview shot. Is that the same camera angle you have?
Yeah, I had like from the helicopter, I do believe. But here comes Veloce. Veloce all over Adam. Does Adam hold him up? Or does Adam tuck in and take his slipstream to drag him along and catch the top guys? But Veloce catching. Veloce not using his overtake. Veloce saving. If
yeah, Veloce knows.
Veloce knows he is the quicker driver. Is that what you're gonna say? Sorry. As Project Raw spins it into the barrier, wing damage. No, this is not what Project Raw wants to see. Berries up into the points, but Woody trying to make a move fast. Berries looks on Blanchimont. No, that is, he decides otherwise. But Veloce and Adam, Veloce will surely get past on the Camel Straight.
He was saving for the Camel Straight. That's why he wasn't overtaking the Blanchimont section. So smart maneuver. And as you said, he was the faster driver. So I think he's just got the pace. Right now, he's going to soar past that Racing Point, get the slipstream, get extra pace, and get past that Racing Point up into P4 for Veloce. And now he's going to catch up to her. Now, the drivers at the front are battling because Tom Brooks is starting, and this is exactly what I said. Once Taz's tires are about 12 laps old, that's when they're going to start degrading, and that's when Tom is going to be faster, and that's exactly what's going on at this moment. Tom is now faster than Taz's 12-lap-old mediums. Cliffy is now starting to pull away, and Cliffy might be in for not just the podium, but for a chance of the win, honestly.
Yes, but then Veloce closing a second a lap on Tom Brooks ahead. 5 laps to go. 5 seconds between them. Can Veloce close it?
I think he'll be able to catch Tom and Taz because both of them are fighting quite a bit now. So I think Veloce will be able to catch these guys, but it's just a matter of time to see. And if these two make little mistakes, Veloce can get even further up. So let's see what's going to happen. Is that the spinner? Do you believe
Does
it's a
Tom
racing
send it
point?
to the inside on the bus stop chicane? No, Tom tucks in. Maybe. No late lunge.
Oh, lock up.
Lock. And Taz trying to hold up Tom Rod as long as he can. But Tom Rod using overtake, everything into the sauce. Does he send it? Looks, but this tucks back in. As now, Veloce 1 second. Cuts down 1 second, and says the fastest lap for good measure. Veloce on a mega push here.
Yeah, Veloce fastest lap of the race, now catching it extremely from these two, but these two are battling it out. Tom with the better pace on the straights. That's going to enable him to get DRS. Taz has got nothing to answer because there's no DRS. He has to tuck behind, and that Mercedes has to just wait a little bit longer. So Tom Rod Books is up into P2 of the Grand Prix as Taz will settle for P3 at this moment. Now the Red Bull is finally free to catch after Cliffy's tires that are... they're more. They're 2 times more than Tom's tires because, of course, Cliffy is on 13 lap old hard tires. Tom is on 6 lap old tires. So that is that's 7 lap old tires
Yes.
that Cliffy is on.
Well, Cliffy only needs to hold on to this for 4 more laps. That's all he needs. But as we said, Veloce cuts down a second. No, it's maybe 2 seconds a lap. Veloce is cutting down on the guys up ahead. Veloce honestly flying on those softs. Taz, I don't think Taz should fight him too hard because it's inevitable that Veloce will catch him.
It really is. I think it's just down to just time. Really is, like you said. If Taz can hold him off, that would be great. But let's see how this works out. Veloce is 3.5 seconds to Taz. We'll have to see what happens. But we do have just Jose on crack Ken. That's the nearest battle I think we're seeing on track besides Taz and Tom. Let's see how this works out for the Haas.
Wagsy in 9th trying to make a move too. But does he send it? Does he send it? No, a little bit too far back. But Kraken still defends from him. And now, just Jose stuck under the rear bumper of that car. Cannot do anything. Into Los Sauce. He gets by. No overtake needed. Wheel to wheel into Los Sauce. Does he do it?
Here comes Wagsy as
Wagsy,
well.
wheel to wheel. And no, Kraken tucks in behind just Jose. Kraken will get by on the common straight if he can stick with him. To Rouge onto Radion. Kraken looks like he got a better line out and got a better exit as he activates the overtake. Sales play just Jose. It's 3 wide. And Wagsy gets by just Jose. Just Jose loses 2 positions in the space of 1 straight away. As Danny Rick is out.
Yeah, Daniel retired in the pit lane, I do believe. That's why he's, or maybe on the straight. I can't tell exactly, but he is out and becomes the 3rd retiree of the Grand Prix. Unfortunate to see that, but that's the way it goes in Formula 1. You come back stronger next time out. But we have a nice little battle for P7, 8, and 9 between the 3 Ferrari-powered teams, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and Haas. So all 3 will hopefully have a nice little battle. We do have Alfa Romeo. Yep, he's gonna go for it now. I'm assuming he will probably go for it probably in just a few seconds time. Let's see.
While we're watching that, Veloce 2 seconds away from Taz. Now Tom Rod Brooks 1.2 away from Cliffy. Or Cliffy's probably sweating.
And at this moment as well, Taz does have an 8-second time penalty, so there's nothing he could do at this time, but he will probably report the incidents to some stewards as Veloce, purple sector, sector 3. He's absolutely flying.
Wagsy to the inside. No, Cliffy. No, just Jose tucks in. Well, hold on, this is a 3-way battle for 7th, and they are very close together indeed. As Wagsy pulls out to the outside, using overtake into La Sauce. Does he send it around the outside? No, he doesn't. But just Jose maybe looks to the inside. No, but Wagsy on the late braking gets the move done and will hope to pull away as his teammate up ahead in P6 is running very nicely indeed.
Here comes Kraken yet again to try and overtake Wavesy here for the Alpha Romeo team. He's going to go to the outside. This is a great battling for P7. Here we go. Just Jose also in that battle as well. But here comes Wavesy to go around the outside. These three almost going to go 3 wide into the sections of the track. Just Jose, I do believe he could not make the overtakes, so Wavesy could not either. Kraken stays ahead. His strategy of going pretty wide at turn 1 is really helping him out there. So he stays P7, and the rest stay where they are. So that is the way to go. By the way, though, battle for the lead. Tom Rod Brooks is all the way back up Cliffy. He finally catched up with 2 laps remaining in the Grand Prix, 3 including this one. Tom is going to start. Yeah, and Veloce as well. He's all over the back of Taz, so this is probably going to be an even sooner move for the McLaren. He's going to catch up to the Mercedes, and Veloce is going to probably overtake Taz and start challenging for the win as well. So we may see a last lap shootout between first and second place between Veloce and Tom. We'll have to wait and see.
That is correct. Oh,
there's contact.
Oh, Veloce wanted to get by, but that's a little bit of a dirty move. But Tom,
yeah, I gotta say,
Veloce,
sorry, go ahead, you're first.
I think Veloce is probably not too happy that he did that. But anyways, the race carries on. So head down, Veloce, catch the leader.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting move there. Veloce, looks like, I think what happened there is he locked up and just went straight into the back of Taz.
Tom Rod.
Thankfully, he was able to get past.
Oh, Tom Rod sails past Cliffy. Well, Cliffy on the late braking could send it back. No, he doesn't. Cliffy sitting down waiting behind that Red Bull driver and cannot do anything.
Tom does get ahead into the race lead, so Cliffy may have just lost the race lead unless Tom gets a penalty, but these guys are locking up quite a bit. Cliffy's tires are absolutely gone. Veloce now P3, he makes a major lockup on that hairpin there. Very interesting to see that, but Veloce still P3. Taz has nothing to answer. He's got penalties, and even with the pace that he has, I don't think he can catch up to these guys and finish on the podium with this, and he may even lose the place to Adam if Adam starts challenging, because those hards will be better. I'm going to quickly look at the penalties real quick, as yeah, Adam actually has 13 seconds of penalties. Not sure how that was obtained.
Alright, so Adam will lose 6th place to Top My Side because he's not 10 seconds in front, and Taz could lose. No, Taz will stay 4th if he continues at this rate.
Yeah, I think Taz will
but hold up, Cliffy has more overtake than Tom Rod. Tom Rod trying to use that overtake, but if Cliffy could still win this race.
Cliffy could, he's got the pace.
Cliffy staying with Tom Rod nicely. Tom Rod cannot shake him. If Cliffy passes him on the Camel Straight, the only place Tom Rod could pass him back is the bus stop chicane or Bolanchimont in sector 3. But Cliffy a little bit far back for a move. Cliffy using the overtake. Cliffy will maybe get him. Oh, DRS activated. Cliffy closing up very nicely. Kindly on the Camel Straight. Does Cliffy send it? This is the race lead. This is what we want. As no, he fakes him. And Tom Rod.
He goes around the outside. Come on, here we go for the race lead, little final lap of the race. Haas versus Red Bull, as Cliffy tries to overtake him. He cannot try, but as you said, there's one more place he can try and make the overtake, and that's the massive slipstream at the final corner of this race. This is coming down to the wire on the final lap.
Cliffy knows it. Cliffy's using the overtake to stay with him.
Wow, this is going to come down to the absolute wire. He's using everything he can, but he has to charge up the ERS, but he also has to stay within Tom. This is, I was in this exact situation at Belgium when I was in this, so I feel Cliffy's stress, his nerves coming in, but stay focused, and keep the gap. He has to catch up to Tom. Tom has the same ERS as him, so it's all just down to slipstream and tires. I think Tom might have this unless Cliffy can catch up anymore. And there's nothing he can do. Cliffy will, I think, settle for second place. Tom Rod Brooks, what an amazing performance to finally hold him off. And he takes P1. Tom Rod Brooks wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Cliffy will take second place in the Grand Prix. And then we got Veloce. Veloce in P3.
Taz 4th. Adam, I think he'll finish P6. Yes, Adam does finish P6. Good showing by the rookie driver today. I do believe that is 10 points or 8 points. But oh no, he gets dropped. P7. Okay.
I think that was just down to Wavesy.
8th. Just Jose 9th. Woody 10th. Barry still battling with Project Raw. Last lap battle maybe. Project Raw trying to take Barry's on the last lap. Project Raw in the slipstream trying to make the move. What can he do? Nothing, but just sits behind the Racing Point driver as he knows this is the last lap. Doesn't need to do anything too dangerous. Will the penalties come into play? No, Project has too many penalties to jump him. But that is the end of our Grand Prix. But yeah, who will be driver of the day? Adam for sure, maybe. No, Cliffy. Great race there by Cliffy. Did not qualify. Finishes at P2. That's an amazing race.
Yeah, Cliffy had an amazing race. I think he definitely deserves that. I gotta say, as well as Adam, as well as for his first ever race in UNF1 to finish P7. That's incredible. He could have finished P6, P5 without the penalties, but this guy, Tom Brooks, takes home the win, lifts the trophy for Red Bull Racing here today. He's an absolute star. He's an absolute star. Really is an absolute driver that goes down in history of UNF1 to take home the win. He's really in the championship fight here. The podium goes to Cliffy from 16th on the grid, so maybe he does deserve that one. To second place, Veloce will come home to P3. I think there was an unfortunate result with Veloce's car at the beginning. I think he just couldn't catch up. There was nothing he could do. Taz will finish P4. Toss my salad P5. That is the top 5. Absolutely amazing race here today. I cannot believe what we've witnessed.
That is an amazing race we've seen today. Taz did very well to try to get that podium, but unfortunately he couldn't get it done, as he did win last week's race. But we're actually hoping to win this race this week. Only finishes 3rd and would still remain the leader of the championship. Let me check.
Yeah, I do believe he will.
Do you want to send out the invites for like the interviews, or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it since you're streaming on the UNF1 channel. We want to keep everyone watching what's going on. I'll quickly do that, and just give me everyone just wait 1 second. As you all know by now how the schedule goes with our invites. Of course, we're going to invite the top 3, get them in for a quick little interview, and then that will be it. So give us 1 second. And everyone watching my channel at the moment, you will see a blue screen. As I said, just give us 1 second here. All right. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Just give us 1 second here, Tom. We're gonna get in the top 3 real quickly. While you're in here, can you quickly check and see if your audio is on always loud so we can all hear you?
Yeah, I just did that. I think. I'm gonna try.
Awesome, thank you, mate. Give us 1 second. Noah, would you mind checking?
Sure, I will check it right now. Give me a second.
Okay. Just want to make sure all the viewers can hear us. I'm going to quickly invite the other 2 in here, and then we'll get the interview started.
Tom, I can't hear your voice on the stream. Do you? Or turn up your mic, I'm not sure which one it is.
Do you wanna... I've just said it always on that. Do you want me to leave and join that?
You should be able to...
Allow your voice to share. Always allow your voice to be included.
Alright, yes, we can hear you now, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to quickly get the rest of the drivers in here.
Oh, Veloce's mic doesn't work.
Oh, Veloce's mic does not work. Okay, no worries. And it looks like actually Cliffy has also, he's been invited. Not sure if he's joined yet, so give us 1 second, we can see. So we just have Tom in here. So we'll wait 1 second for Cliffy to join. Actually, since Tom is our race winner, why don't we start off with him? Noah, do you want to start off with interviews, or do you want me to start off?
I'll start off. Tom, amazing race today. I've seen you progress from the first race I've watched. You've been bringing the battle to Veloce and Taz. What was the strategy today when you saw Taz overtake you and take the lead of the race?
Yeah, I sort of went into turn one not really wanting to overtake anyone because obviously the back like the big straighters, hopefully we're overtaking places in that one. So I didn't really want to be under pressure from the guys behind if I overtook Veloce, so I sort of just let everything happen in front. And Veloce was being quite aggressive with Taz, so I sort of just waited for him to make a mistake if he could going down the door, and then went down the inside.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very very good racing today. When you're battling with Cliffy at the end, what were you worried he would overtake you on the Camel Straight?
Yeah, I thought he was going to overtake me again because I had literally no fuel and no ERS, so I was putting it in lean like, for the whole of the middle sector. And I thought he was going to overtake me into the last corner. But yeah, luckily he had quite low ERS.
Yeah, good racing there, Tom. Any questions, room?
Yes, definitely. Tom, first off, I want to say congrats on the win. Well deserved, of course. You did an absolutely phenomenal job. Gotta say, you did an absolutely phenomenal job with going to the hard strategy. What chose you to do that strategy?
I think as soon as the safety car came in, I nailed the restart perfectly. So I was happy with escaping Veloce's DRS. And then I just wanted to play it safely. I didn't want to stretch the mediums. I thought he was trying to save because the gap was sort of staying at like 4.5 seconds. But I just thought he was going to go for the softs anyway because he wasn't really yeah, I went for the hards. I thought I was going to like throw away the win and anything to the podium and it came out of the traffic. And I think we were bloody good and those side by side through. Luckily, I just was keeping control.
Well, yeah, you did an absolutely phenomenal job with the strategy. It really played out with you taking the win, of course. I mean, Veloce, he did the soft strategy at the end, and I think it may have been fast, but it was maybe too late, and that's what lost him the win. So congrats on picking that and doing the performance here today. One more quick question. You are fighting Veloce and Taz, I gotta say. You've had a great performance over this Belgian Grand Prix. With this performance like this and many more to come, do you think you have a fair chance of fighting the championship?
I say it's like a little bit taller, but definitely a shout. If I can keep putting the guys under pressure, starting on the front of the group, things always happen at that point. Yeah, it's not the end of the race, I think.
Well, congrats on your victory here today, and good luck. Oh, and good luck for the race here today, or for the season. Sorry. For the rest, we'll see you in the next race, and congrats on the win, Tom. Anyway, though, I think that is going to be it because I do believe, unless Noah, you know, if does Cliffy and did Cliffy join the session?
I am not sure. Do you want me to check?
Yeah, that'd be good if you. Or actually, I'll do it since you're streaming on the UNF1 channel. 1 second, I'll just quickly check. And it looks like, yeah, he's not joined the party, so I don't believe we'll be able to get him in here unless there was anything. I think that was it because Veloce doesn't have a mic. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so that looks to be it for the UNF1 Tier 1 Belgian Grand Prix Round 7 of the championship race. Before we sign off, though, Noah, what would you say was your highlight of the race? And you have any more thoughts before we end off here?
Yeah, my highlight of the race was definitely when Tom and Cliffy were battling on those last laps, man. I really enjoyed watching it, and it was definitely making it more interesting coming to the end of the race. Tom is an amazing driver and can perform very well as he's shown today. So I hope next weekend we'll have the same action at Netherlands, and which will be round 8. And I hope you'll be commentating with me next weekend, room, because I enjoy it.
Always enjoy having you as well with us in the comms booth. It's great. It's a great You did a great job here today, Noah, and hope to be doing it with you in the future. But that is going to be it of UNF1. Like we said, Noah, thanks so much for joining us here today in the comms booth for the Belgian Grand Prix. And like I said as well, I hope to be doing it with you in the future as well. But viewers, thank you so much for watching the UNF1 Round 7 Championship race at Belgium Tier 1. We'll see you next week for the Netherlands Grand Prix, of course, the Dutch Grand Prix at the Zandvoort circuit. Join us next time. The first race will be Tier 2 at the exact same time, 7 o'clock GMT, and I do believe that will be 1 o'clock EST, and for anyone in the Pacific Standard Time, that's 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But anyway, that is going to be it from us here today. For myself, Roomhandle914, and Noah, or Vapor Noah, we're signing out for here. And one more thing. If you have not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to the UNF1 channel to see UNF1 content for the rest of the, for the rest of the season and hopefully beyond as well. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed our commentary, make sure to hit that like button as well. But we're signing out for here. Have a great day and goodbye.
Alright, good night. Enjoy the rest of the day, everyone.